Have you ever noticed how the world often celebrates noise over substance? People rush to announce their plans, their intentions, their so-called visions, thinking that the louder they are, the more powerful they appear. They believe that success is measured by how many people notice them, how many applaud them, and how many validate their ambitions. Yet, true greatness, real transformation, is never found in noise. It is cultivated quietly, patiently, and consistently. It is forged in moments unseen, in the hours when no one is watching, in the quiet persistence that seems invisible to the casual observer. The world rarely sees the early hours you wake up, the moments when your hands are raw, your mind exhausted, and your heart questioning whether it is even worth it to continue. That is the moment of silent effort, the crucible in which success is shaped and tempered, stronger than the opinions, doubts, or judgments of anyone else. To work hard in silence is to embrace patience as your closest ally. It is to understand that the seeds of greatness do not sprout overnight. It is to understand that the victories you crave, the achievements you dream about, will only come to those who are willing to commit themselves long before recognition arrives. Every moment you dedicate in private, every hour you push yourself beyond comfort, every setback you endure without complaint, these are the invisible forces that construct the life you desire. While others are distracted by the allure of instant gratification, by the praise that comes from simply showing up, you are building a foundation that no storm, no criticism, no circumstance can shake. Many people fail to understand this truth because they live in a culture obsessed with visibility. Social media has taught us to equate attention with achievement. We post, we announce, we broadcast our intentions hoping that recognition will follow. But here's the secret. True achievement, real success is invisible until it manifests. The world does not witness your early failures, your private sacrifices, the moments you chose perseverance over surrender, the nights when you quietly studied, trained, practiced, and refined your skills while everyone else slept or distracted themselves. All of these silent efforts accumulate, layering themselves into a momentum that cannot be ignored. And when the world finally sees the result, they are shocked, not because of your noise, but because of the depth, the scale, and the intensity of your unseen commitment. Silence in effort does not mean isolation. It does not mean abandoning relationships or living in solitude. Rather, it means prioritizing focus over distraction, discipline over approval, and results over recognition. It means that you do not rely on applause or external validation to fuel your work. When you work in silence, your mind becomes clearer, your vision sharper, and your actions more intentional. The doubts of others, the skepticism, the criticism, they become irrelevant. You are building something larger than their opinions, and that is the power of silent effort. It liberates you from the burden of needing permission to succeed. Think about it. Those who shout the loudest often achieve the least. They are consumed with proving themselves, trying to show the world their worth, but in their pursuit of external validation, they dilute their energy. They scatter themselves across too many distractions, too many platforms, too many empty promises. Meanwhile, the person who works quietly channels every ounce of energy into one goal, one vision, one relentless pursuit of mastery. And when success finally arrives, it is not a whisper, it is a force so undeniable, so profound, that it leaves everyone stunned. It is the culmination of thousands of unseen hours, countless small victories, repeated failures, and relentless commitment. Moreover, working in silence strengthens not only your skills but your character. It teaches resilience, patience, and humility. You learn to endure hardship without complaint, to persist without recognition, to maintain focus even when the world is distracted. These are the qualities that create not just a successful person, but a person capable of sustaining their success over time. Many achieve temporary wins through loud proclamations or fleeting effort, but they fail to endure because they never develop the inner strength to persevere quietly. The person who masters silent effort builds a life that is unshakable, rooted in discipline and purpose rather than in the fickle applause of others. And here is the most important truth: when your success finally emerges, it is not just the world that is amazed. You yourself are astonished at what you are capable of when you commit fully, quietly, and consistently. You witness the transformation of your own resilience, your own persistence, your own ability to turn vision into reality. Every obstacle you overcame, every late night, every small choice to do what others would not, manifests into tangible results. The world sees your achievements and is shocked, yes, but this shock is secondary. The true reward is the deep satisfaction, the inner pride, the quiet confidence that you earned everything without compromise, without pretense, without reliance on approval. Silent effort is not glamorous, it is not flashy, it is not about creating a persona or an image, it is about cultivating substance, depth, and mastery. And when it is finally revealed, it carries a power that noise could never generate. The world cannot replicate your journey because they were not there for the private struggles, the sacrifices, and the relentless pursuit of improvement. And that is why when you finally reveal your success, it shocks them, not because you shouted it from the rooftops, but because your results are undeniable, authentic, and extraordinary. So, commit yourself to the silent work, rise before the sun. Push beyond your limits, endure setbacks without complaint. Study while others rest, train while others procrastinate, practice while others are distracted. Every moment of silent effort is an investment in a future that the world cannot ignore. Let your work speak louder than your words. Let your results shine brighter than any promise. Let your discipline and dedication create a force that compels the world to recognize your greatness. And remember, the beauty of silent effort is that it is yours alone. No one can steal it, no one can diminish it, and no one can replicate it. It is a treasure you carry within, an unseen power that grows with every choice to persevere. When your success finally emerges, it will be not just a surprise to the world, it will be a testament to your own commitment, your own courage, and your own refusal to give up when no one else was watching. This is the essence of working hard in silence. It is the path of the wise, the disciplined, the patient, and the relentless. It is the path of those who understand that greatness is earned in private, refined through perseverance, and revealed in a way that leaves the world in awe. And when you master this path, you shock everyone, not through words, but through undeniable results that shine like a beacon of your silent strength and unwavering commitment. In a world obsessed with attention, it is easy to be distracted. Every corner is filled with noise, with people broadcasting their successes, their opinions, their ambitions. It seems as if the louder you are, the faster you rise. Yet this is a dangerous illusion. True mastery, the kind that creates real lasting success, is never about who shouts the loudest. It is about focus, the deep, unwavering focus that allows you to dedicate your time, energy, and mind to what truly matters. To work hard in silence is not just an act, it is an art of quiet mastery that shocks others precisely because it is invisible until it cannot be ignored. Focus over fame. This must be your guiding principle. Too many people chase recognition while neglecting discipline. They are more concerned with appearing successful than actually becoming successful. They measure themselves by likes, comments, and social approval, confusing validation with accomplishment. But here is a secret few understand. Recognition is a byproduct of mastery, never the path to it. When you focus on your craft, your discipline, and your vision, the world cannot help but notice. They are shocked, not because you shouted, but because the magnitude of your achievement emerges naturally from the depths of your quiet commitment. To achieve this level of focus, you must cultivate solitude not as loneliness, but as a sacred space where your mind is free from distraction. In solitude, you meet yourself without pretense. You confront your weaknesses, your fears, and your limitations. You observe the patterns of your mind and learn to direct them with precision. Every hour spent alone, practicing, reflecting, and learning is a moment that compounds into power. And yet, few are willing to embrace this solitude. They fear being alone, as if being unseen means being insignificant. But significance is never measured by visibility. It is measured by impact, by results, by the tangible transformation of effort into excellence. Consider the life of any great achiever, from the scientists who spent decades in laboratories to the athletes who rise at dawn to train while the world sleeps, to the artists whose masterpieces were crafted in quiet studios. Every story has the same pattern. They worked, they endured, and they persevered while the world either doubted them or ignored them. The noise of the crowd, the opinions, and the distractions were irrelevant. Their focus was absolute. They did not work for applause, they worked for mastery, for excellence, for the silent satisfaction of knowing that they were creating something extraordinary. Focus over fame also teaches patience. The world often wants instant results. It glorifies overnight success, viral moments, and quick wins. But real success is never instant. It is painstaking, incremental, and cumulative. Every small choice you make in favor of focus is a step toward a future that few can imagine. When others are tempted by shortcuts, by distractions, by the allure of visible success, you continue with unwavering commitment. You understand that the true power of your efforts lies not in who sees them today, but in who will feel their impact tomorrow, next year, and decades from now. Discipline is the companion of focus. Without discipline, focus is merely intention without action. Discipline allows you to maintain effort even when motivation fades, even when inspiration is absent. It allows you to work silently, not because it is easy, but because it is necessary. Discipline is what separates those who talk about their dreams from those who achieve them. It is the engine that drives silent effort into undeniable results. And when discipline and focus combine in perfect harmony, they create a force that the world cannot ignore. Working in silence also teaches humility. It reminds you that your journey is yours alone. You do not need approval to move forward. You do not need applause to continue. You are not competing with others in the realm of recognition. You are competing with yourself in the realm of mastery. Each day, each hour, each choice is an opportunity to be better than you were yesterday. This humility is not weakness, it is strength. It frees you from the trap of comparison, envy, and distraction. It allows you to devote yourself fully to your craft, knowing that the only true benchmark is your own potential. And then comes the moment when all the unseen work manifests. The world is shocked because they only saw the surface. They did not see the years of preparation, the countless sacrifices, the quiet focus that produced excellence. You are no longer just someone who tried or someone who intended. You are someone who achieved, someone whose results speak louder than any words ever could. That shock is not arrogance. It is the recognition of a power cultivated in silence, nurtured through focus, and made unassailable through discipline. Remember, focus is not just about doing more. It is about doing better. It is about prioritizing the work that moves the needle in your life, the tasks that truly matter, the choices that build lasting impact. To work hard in silence is to eliminate distractions, to resist the temptation of external validation, and to channel all energy toward the creation of something that cannot be replicated. Your work, when done with this level of intention and concentration, becomes a beacon. It draws attention not because you demanded it, but because excellence naturally commands it. In practical terms, cultivate routines that protect your focus. Start your day with deliberate action, free from social comparison. Dedicate hours to deep work, uninterrupted by notifications, gossip, or unnecessary conversation. Reflect daily on your progress, adjust your methods, and continue refining your approach. These small but consistent actions, repeated over time, create a compound effect that is unstoppable. Your results will eventually shock others, not because you were louder, faster, or flashier, but because your effort was smarter, more focused, and more relentless. Finally, internalize this principle. Silent mastery creates freedom, the freedom to pursue your vision without distraction, without compromise, without seeking constant approval, the freedom to become so skilled, so capable, and so confident that you no longer measure your worth by external recognition. You are free to be relentless, patient, and unstoppable. And when your success finally emerges, it is not just a surprise, it is a revelation. People are amazed not because you showed off, but because they underestimated the power of quiet focus. They did not see the hours, the sacrifices, the discipline. And that is why it shocks them. It is a proof of what the human mind and spirit can achieve when they work quietly, patiently, and with absolute dedication. Life is not a straight path. It is filled with obstacles, setbacks, and moments that test your resolve. Many people look at success and assume it is effortless, that those who achieve greatness did so without struggle. This is a false perception. Every story of triumph, every individual who shocks the world with their results has endured a journey filled with silent struggle. Working hard in silence is not merely about effort, it is about resilience. It is about continuing when others have given up, rising after each fall, and transforming adversity into the fuel that powers your unseen progress. Resilience in silence requires an understanding that challenges are not obstacles to avoid, but opportunities to grow. The moment you face failure, rejection, or disappointment, you stand at a crossroads. You can either let the setback define you, or you can let it refine you. Most people choose the first option. They make noise, complain, seek sympathy, and then drift away from their path. But those who choose the second path, those who embrace resilience, continue their work quietly, using every failure as a stepping stone. This silent perseverance is invisible to the world, but it compounds into a force so powerful that when the results emerge, they astonish everyone who doubted you. To cultivate resilience in silence, you must first accept that the journey will be lonely at times. Not everyone will support your path. Not everyone will understand your vision, and that is perfectly fine. The people who matter will recognize your results later, not your process. True resilience is built in the private moments when you confront your fears, push beyond discomfort, and persist without applause. It is the willingness to do what others will not, even when it feels unjust, unfair, or unrewarding. And this is precisely why those who endure quietly shock the world. They achieve what others thought impossible because they refuse to be discouraged by the absence of recognition. Consider how resilience transforms struggle into mastery. Every mistake becomes a lesson. Every rejection becomes a catalyst. Every moment of doubt becomes an opportunity to strengthen your focus. You learn to adapt, to refine your strategies, and to persist with patience and precision. Working silently does not mean ignoring failure. It means confronting it, learning from it, and letting it strengthen you without broadcasting your struggles to the world. This is the art of silent resilience. It allows you to grow undisturbed while others are distracted by their own noise and fears. Resilience in silence also requires emotional mastery. The world will challenge you, people will doubt your intentions, circumstances will test your patience. But if your mind remains calm, centered, and disciplined, you gain an advantage that noise cannot replicate. Emotional control ensures that your decisions are based on strategy, wisdom, and clarity rather than impulse, frustration, or the desire for approval. When you are resilient in silence, you respond to challenges with calm determination, not loud complaints. And when success comes, it is a shock precisely because it emerges from a composed, deliberate mind rather than reactive drama. Another aspect of resilience is consistency. Silent effort is only effective when it is sustained over time. You cannot rely on bursts of motivation or fleeting inspiration. You must develop the habit of persistence, the commitment to daily progress, no matter how small or invisible it may seem. Each small action, compounded over months and years, accumulates into results that are far greater than any single loud declaration ever could achieve. Those who work in silence with consistent resilience eventually surpass those who shout and boast but falter at the first challenge. It is important to understand that resilience is not just about enduring difficulty, it is about transforming difficulty into opportunity. When you face setbacks in silence, you have the chance to observe, analyze, and innovate. You discover methods that others overlook, solutions that others dismiss, and strength that others cannot fathom. The world will not witness these moments of transformation, but it will witness the results, and that is when the power of silent resilience becomes visible. The shock of achievement that seems sudden to outsiders is actually the product of months or years of unobserved struggle and growth. Resilience in silence also builds character. It teaches humility, patience, and a profound understanding of your own capabilities. You do not need to prove anything to anyone along the way. The focus is internal. You are accountable only to yourself, to your own growth, and to the vision you are pursuing. This internal focus frees you from the distractions of envy, comparison, and judgment, allowing you to channel all energy into the pursuit of excellence. When you eventually reveal your success, it is not arrogance or boastfulness that shocks people. It is the sheer weight of what you have accomplished quietly, patiently, and deliberately. Think of resilience as a shield and a sword. It protects you from the negativity of the outside world and allows you to strike with precision when the opportunity arises. When others give up, you continue. When others complain, you act. When others doubt, you persist. And when the results finally emerge, they are undeniable because they are built on the invisible strengths of resilience. That is the power of working hard in silence. The world sees only the final triumph, unaware of the countless moments of fortitude, endurance, and quiet courage that made it possible. Finally, resilience in silence teaches a profound truth. Your life is not about immediate recognition or temporary applause. It is about lasting impact, enduring achievement, and the ability to shock the world not through noise, but through the undeniable force of your results. Every setback is an opportunity to refine, every struggle is a chance to strengthen, and every quiet moment of perseverance is an investment in a future that will astonish everyone, including yourself. The beauty of silent resilience is that it is unstoppable. It cannot be rushed, faked, or copied, and when it manifests, it is a testament to the power of patience, discipline, and unwavering dedication. Working hard in silence is not simply about effort, it is about strategic action. It is about understanding that every move you make should serve a purpose, every decision should align with your vision, and every effort should bring you closer to mastery. Many people work tirelessly, yet without strategy, their labor becomes scattered and ineffective. The true power of silent work lies not only in the hours you invest, but in the precision and intentionality with which you invest them. To shock the world with your success, you must learn the art of strategic silence. Strategic silence begins with clarity. You must know exactly what you want to achieve, not vaguely, not in a way that is easily influenced by the opinions of others, but with absolute precision. Your vision must be clear, your goals defined, and your actions purposeful. Without this clarity, even the most intense effort becomes wasted energy. Working silently without strategy may bring small victories, but it cannot create monumental results. Focused, deliberate effort guided by a strong strategy produces outcomes that surprise and inspire because they are the result of wisdom and planning, not mere chance. Once you have clarity, you must plan your actions meticulously. Strategic silence means deciding what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, all while remaining unobtrusive. It is the understanding that every effort you expend in private compounds into results that will eventually be undeniable. You may be tempted to announce your plans, to share your process, to seek validation along the way, but true strategy requires patience and discretion. By keeping your actions private, you preserve the integrity of your work and prevent interference, criticism, or distraction from diluting your energy. The world will see only the final outcome, and that is when your success becomes truly shocking. Another critical aspect of strategic silence is prioritization. Every person has limited energy, time, and resources. The secret to remarkable achievement is not doing more, it is doing what matters most, consistently without distraction. Identify the tasks, skills, and practices that directly contribute to your growth and success. Eliminate anything that does not serve your ultimate vision. This is not a matter of laziness, it is a matter of wisdom. When your actions are intentional and focused, your progress multiplies, and the results emerge with a force that astonishes those who did not see the effort behind it. Strategic silence also requires patience in timing. The world is impatient. People want to see results immediately. They judge based on appearances, comparing their own visible progress to the hidden work of others. But mastery cannot be rushed. Strategic silence teaches you to wait for the right moment, to act with precision, and to reveal your achievements when they carry maximum impact. Timing is part of the strategy. The same work revealed too early may go unnoticed, while the same effort revealed at the perfect moment can shock the world. The disciplined patience to act at the right time is a hallmark of those who achieve extraordinary success quietly. A crucial element of strategic silence is learning to observe while you work. Watch the world carefully. Notice patterns, opportunities, and gaps. Learn from both successes and failures, yours and others. Observation informs strategy. It allows you to make calculated decisions rather than impulsive moves. Those who shout often miss what is happening around them because they are too busy performing for others. Strategic silence, however, combines action with awareness. You are engaged, active, and moving forward. Yet you are not distracted by noise. This awareness becomes your advantage, enabling you to make choices that others cannot see, and when your success appears, it seems almost effortless. Strategic silence also demands adaptability. The world changes, obstacles arise, and challenges appear unexpectedly. A person who works silently and strategically is not rigid. They are flexible, adjusting plans while maintaining focus on the ultimate vision. They understand that resilience without strategy can be wasted energy, and strategy without action is merely intention. Strategic silent workers combine both persistent action, guided by vision, informed by observation, and adjusted by experience. This adaptability ensures that when results emerge, they are not only surprising, they are unstoppable. Let us not forget the power of leverage. Strategic silence is not about doing everything alone, it is about using resources, knowledge, and connections wisely without boasting or seeking credit. Every tool you acquire, every skill you learn, every connection you nurture contributes to a larger, invisible structure that supports your success. By leveraging these elements silently, you enhance the efficiency of your efforts, multiplying their impact. When the culmination of these efforts is finally revealed, the world is shocked because they never saw the network of skill, preparation, and calculated effort supporting your success. Finally, strategic silence teaches humility and discipline. It reminds you that the journey is more important than the applause along the way. The world may not notice your dedication, but your discipline is shaping your character, honing your abilities, and preparing you for a level of success that cannot be faked or forced. This humility is a form of strength. It allows you to work quietly, consistently, and intelligently without the distraction of validation seeking or ego-driven noise. And when your achievements appear, they are not just impressive, they are undeniable proof of silent mastery. The ultimate reward of strategic silent effort is twofold: the results themselves and the shock they create. People are stunned, not because you sought attention, but because the magnitude of your success is far beyond what anyone anticipated. They did not see the hours, the discipline, the careful observation, and the strategic adjustments you made along the way. They only see the final impact, the product of effort, patience, intelligence, and focus combined. This is the power of strategic silence. It allows you to work smarter, act with precision, and reveal your success at the perfect moment, leaving the world amazed. So, embrace strategic silence in your life. Define your vision with clarity. Plan your actions with precision. Prioritize what truly matters. Observe carefully, adapt intelligently, and leverage your resources wisely. Combine all of this with patience, humility, and disciplined effort. Let the world see only the result, the culmination of all your unseen work. That result will not just impress, it will shock. It will demonstrate the extraordinary power of working hard in silence and acting with purpose. And most importantly, it will remind you of your own potential, your own resilience, and your own ability to create a life of undeniable achievement. Every journey of hard work in silence leads to a moment of revelation, a moment when the world witnesses the culmination of years of unseen effort. But true success is not only about the shock it creates, it is about the legacy it leaves behind. Silent success is powerful because it carries meaning, influence, and inspiration far beyond the individual. It is not measured merely by fame, wealth, or recognition, but by the impact it creates on others, by the lives it touches, and by the example it sets for those who come after. To truly shock the world with your success, you must think not only of results but of the enduring mark you leave, a legacy born from quiet discipline, resilience, strategy, and purpose. A legacy begins with integrity. The person who works hard in silence does not compromise their values for temporary attention. They do not bend to public expectation or manipulate perception to appear successful. They cultivate authenticity, aligning their actions with their principles, their vision, and their long-term goals. This integrity ensures that when success is revealed, it is undeniable, unassailable, and inspirational. People are shocked not only by the magnitude of your achievements, but by the fact that they were attained with honor, consistency, and unwavering commitment. Your life becomes a testament to what is possible when character and effort converge in silence. Legacy is also built through influence. Quiet effort inspires others, not because it shouts, but because it demonstrates the power of dedication, patience, and strategic action. Those who witness your results, even if they do not see the private struggle, are compelled to reflect on their own approach to life. They see what discipline, focus, and resilience can accomplish. You become a silent mentor, a living example of mastery. Your influence spreads through your actions, teaching the world a lesson that no words could ever convey: that true success is earned, not announced. The shock comes from the unexpected depth and authenticity of your achievement, which contrasts sharply with the superficial success many attempt to display. Moreover, silent success carries the gift of inspiration. People often underestimate the power of example. When they observe the fruits of quiet effort, they realize that shortcuts, boasting, and empty promises do not yield true results. They are inspired to pursue their own paths with discipline and focus, to endure struggles without seeking validation, and to build their own legacies from consistent, meaningful action. Your silent work becomes a ripple, influencing lives far beyond what you might ever witness. The shock of your success is amplified by the motivation it sparks in others. It is a ripple effect that begins with your unseen effort and grows exponentially through inspiration. To leave a lasting legacy, you must also embrace vision. Success is fleeting without a larger purpose. Working hard in silence is not only about achieving personal milestones, It is about creating value, solving problems, and contributing something meaningful to the world. The person who shocks the world with their results is not merely working for themselves, they are creating solutions, advancing knowledge, serving others, or elevating standards in their field. This broader vision ensures that your impact endures. When success is achieved with purpose, it resonates far beyond the immediate audience, leaving a legacy that endures through time. Another critical element of legacy is humility. Silent achievers understand that recognition is secondary to impact. They do not seek attention for validation. They work quietly to achieve excellence because the work itself matters. Humility preserves focus, allowing the mind to remain undistracted by ego or comparison. It ensures that your legacy is built on substance rather than superficial appearance. And when your success emerges, the shock it creates is magnified by the awareness that it was attained without the need for external applause, without noise, and without the theatrics that often accompany shallow achievements. People are inspired not by the show, but by the substance. Resilience, strategic action, focus, and integrity, all cultivated in silence, culminate in a form of success that is both shocking and enduring. The world cannot replicate it because they cannot replicate your journey. They did not witness the countless hours, the late nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices, and the discipline that went into shaping your achievements. All they see is the result, a testament to patience, intelligence, and unwavering commitment. This is the essence of silent success. It surprises, it inspires, and it leaves a legacy that is both profound and transformational. Finally, the legacy of silent success is deeply personal. It is the affirmation of your own potential, the proof that you are capable of more than you imagined. When the world is shocked by your achievements, you experience not only external recognition but internal satisfaction. You realize the truth that all effort, all resilience, and all discipline, though unseen, was never wasted. It was invested in the creation of a life that commands respect, inspires others, and leaves a lasting mark. This internal realization becomes your foundation for future growth, and it fuels the next cycle of effort, mastery, and legacy building. Silent success teaches the world a lesson that cannot be ignored, that true achievement is earned through patience, perseverance, and integrity. It demonstrates that the quiet, disciplined, and strategic actions taken away from the public eye carry more power than any proclamation or boast. And when the results are finally revealed, they are a shock because they embody a force, a dedication, and a vision that were invisible until the perfect moment. The shock is not temporary, it is enduring because it carries lessons, inspiration, and proof of what is possible when one commits fully, silently, and strategically. So, embrace the art of silent success. Commit yourself to work without the need for applause. Cultivate resilience to overcome challenges without complaint. Focus with precision and act strategically. Live with integrity, humility, and purpose. And when the time comes, allow your achievements to speak, to shine, and to shock the world. Let your legacy be one of influence, inspiration, and enduring impact. The power of silent effort is limitless, and those who master it leave a mark on the world that cannot be erased, imitated, or ignored. This is the ultimate truth of working hard in silence and shocking the world with your success. It is not just about what others see, it is about what you achieve, who you become, and the lasting legacy you leave behind. Your silence is not emptiness, it is preparation. Your patience is not inaction, it is strategy. Your work is not unnoticed, it is unseen power accumulating into undeniable greatness. And when your time arrives, the world will be amazed, inspired, and transformed by the quiet force of your achievements.